In this lesson, we're going to take a look at the intro to A Country Boy Can't Survive by Hank Williams Jr. We've got some kind of different chord shapes going on here, but first we need to talk about the tuning. On the record, there is a separate guitar playing that intro, and that guitar is tuned to drop D, so that you get that kind of cool little drop there. So if you haven't already, go ahead and tune this string down to a D. You can either hit the E string with your D string and then tune it down until it matches, or you can just use an electronic tuner. The workaround on that, if you don't want to retune, I will show you at the end of the lesson. So the chord shapes here all come out of bar chords, but we're only playing a small part of the bar chords. They're triad inversions. So the first one we have our third finger on the 7th fret of the G, our pinky on the 7th fret of the B string, and our first finger on the 5th fret of the E string. And that comes out of that chord shape that is based on the A open chord. The next chord is the same exact shape, 2 frets back. So 5th fret on the G string, 5th fret on the B string, and 3rd fret on the high E string. The next two chords, so this one is a D, this one is a C. The next two chords we have are based off of the E shape bar chord, and we have a C, so we're playing the 9th fret on the G string with our 2nd finger, and then barring across on the 8th fret for the B string and the E string. And then, so that's a C. Then we move it up one whole step, so 2 frets. And then we have a D chord right there, which again is based off of that E-shaped bar chord. So we've got I'll do that again. Now, before you start to incorporate any of the strumming that goes along with it, and I'll give you guys the strum pattern for that, you want to make sure that you can move to these chords easily, so that it kind of frees your mind to think about the strum pattern. So remember, D, C, C, D. And all you're doing when you do a triad inversion is you're rearranging the notes of that chord. So say like this C chord down here. Right now I've got a C, E, and G. Up here I've got E, G, C. So it's the same 3 notes, it's just you've rearranged them a little bit. So now the strumming pattern, you've got 1, 3, 4, and. So do that on the D chord. And then you move down to C, and you go and 2, 3. So it's 1, 3, 4, and 2, 3. You let it ring just a little bit. So 1, 3, 4, and 2, 3. And then you do the same thing here. I'll play all that together like you hear it on the record. Now the next part we've got here is the pull-off part. So we're going to go 3, 2, open on the D string and the A string. So first on the D string, and then on the A string. And this is the part that comes right after that little drum fill. Now, if you pick all the notes, you're not going to be able to make it sound as fluid. I mean, you'll be able to I mean, you can pick it fast enough, it's just not going to have the same sound. So, and then 3rd fret on the E string, which again, you know, we've tuned down to D, and then play that D chord. So in that part we've got. So if I play the entire part, we've got drum fill, one more time, drum fill, now if you don't want to tune your guitar down, the workaround on that is to know what note you're playing when you play this, when you tune to drop D. So the note that you would be hitting here would actually be an F. It wouldn't be a G, because your G gets moved up 2 frets because you tuned in your guitar down 2 frets, or you know, 2 half steps to make it drop D. So all you'd have to do is come up and hit this 1st fret, and then not hit this top string when you go to play the D chord. So you've got. So that's the workaround if you don't want to retune your guitar. So let's play it one more time. Drum fill. Okay, hopefully that helped you out, and I will see you next time.